What's up, everybody? Hello there, but I digress. If you're watching this right now, you're probably asking yourself a couple questions. Firstly, what the hell is this? And second, where the hell have you been? To answer the first question, basically, I have a few friends who, over the years, have recorded this little podcast together that they like to call the Quackcast. It's mainly a little private thing that they do, like to record and document different times in their lives. Some of this stuff goes back to like 5 years, like 2017. What you're watching right now is going to be kind of like a little demonstration episode and a compilation of a few of my favorite stories and moments that they've recorded from the first like couple episodes. I think they've made up like 5. But yeah, that's what you're gonna be watching, and or at least hopefully, if you haven't stopped watching this already. Some of it is cringe, some of it is epic, and I do think a lot of it, if not all of it, is worth listening to. I think it's pretty entertaining, but I'm pretty biased. Regardless, this is kind of serving as a little demo episode because recording this podcast is something I would like to do with them, like to join them in. And I thought it would be fun to upload it on my channel where it can reach a bit of an audience. As you might be able to tell, I've gained quite a bit of subscribers recently, and no joke, thank you all so much for sticking around, for subscribing in the first place. Kind of moving on to the second question, I suppose. I haven't uploaded in a while because I got a full-time job, and I'm working like 60 hours a week most weeks, which is pretty time-consuming, and I haven't had much time to make videos and other creative projects and stuff. But I'm not going anywhere. I'm still working on stuff, just very, very slowly, even slower than I was before. Regardless, I want to say from the bottom of my heart to anyone who's subscribed in the first place, who's still here somehow, and who's still watching this video and hasn't clicked off and unsubscribed immediately, I want to thank you, like, for real, because I didn't expect to get this many subscribers ever. I didn't expect to become a little viral meme. I consider myself really, really lucky, and I do apologize that I haven't been uploading stuff. It's kind of a awful timing that, the moment when my internet fame peaked, I was basically being enslaved to work a full-time job. Yeah, I just want to thank you all. This isn't the last you'll see of me. Like I said, I'm still working on stuff, and this kind of demo episode, this demo podcast episode, I'll be using it kind of as a gauge to see if this is something I can make with my friends to upload some stuff onto my channel, because I think it could be fun. And look, I know it's so cliche for the internet nano celebrity to start a podcast as soon as he gets a whiff of fame. I know. But I think it could be fun. And I personally like podcasts a lot, and it's so easy to make. I mean, I'm still working on other stuff. I'm working on music, which I know, who cares, but one more time, I just want to thank you all for subscribing, for having any interest in me, for showing any attention to anything I make. It means the world to me, and thank you again, and I hope you enjoy this episode. As I kind of mentioned at the top, this demo episode is kind of going to be a compilation of the first 2 episodes that my friends recorded of this Quackcast, which we kind of decided to change the name of. We're calling it You Get Used to It. Kind of a cooler name when you think about it. And that's all because there's another Quackcast out there. I think I might upload another demo episode or get right to making real podcast episodes with them. And I know what you're thinking. I didn't subscribe to the Chaloloo YouTube channel to listen to what Chaloloo, aka Nathaniel's friends, have to say. I came to listen to the man himself, this guy. But look, this stuff is pretty entertaining. So, if you like this, the only way you can see more of me in here, in this podcast, is for you to let me know what you think of it. And if you like it, leave a comment. And if you don't, just stay quiet. That's fine. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and thank you all so much for sticking around and for being here.
Let's talk pretty loudly, too.
Look, okay.
I
think we already have.
All right. So how about hold on.
All right, let's introduce ourselves.
I wanted to give the podcast a direction.
Yeah.
And by that, I want us to all introduce ourselves like Noah is saying. I want us to.
All right.
Yeah, it's a good time to take a
All right.
hit
Whoa, no quacking
Take a moment.
here.
from your tobacco pipe.
Take a moment
From your
and
tobacco.
talk about. Just introduce yourself, say a name, whatever you're comfortable with, whatever, and then just something so that in case there's anyone that might listen to this, they would know who you are. Even if it's not part of the direct friend group.
My name is Nick, and I sound like this. So listen for this, and you can tell it's me.
So fuck. Okay.
I sound like I got some fucking frog in my throat.
Yeah.
So there you go.
All right. My name's Jack.
My name is Jack.
Recorded my voice.
Sorry, I have a story to tell you later.
My name is Jack.
Wait, are we gonna tell our stories?
No.
Wait,
Wait,
hit the
no,
fucking
no.
finish this shit first.
All right.
My name is Jack.
It sounds like a pitched down 8-year-old when recorded. So it sounds like that. All right, let's go.
No, there's no reason to feel.
Okay,
like
your
constantly
turn,
with the
big
voice.
boy.
Okay, my name is Jack. my name is.
Oh God.
Yep, my name is Hunter. I am on the internet a lot, on a lot of boards, mostly Reddit and 4chan.
What an introduction.
And you would know me if you do at all by Neon Sequitur is what I go by. That's what I moderate all my subreddits on Reddit. That's what
Yeah.
That's what I do. That's if you're on the internet and you're reading this, or you're listening to this, that's who I am. That's me.
All right. I didn't realize we were doing.
And I'm epic.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you have actually no Nick Jack? Do you have usernames if anyone would know what that?
So,
I was like,
my-
I want to show this to my friends. If
I'm gonna-
All right.
Mr.
All right.
Bowser.
Good. Yeah.
This is
Okay.
good.
my name is Gabe Bowser.
So long ago.
All right. So my name's Jack again. On the internet, you're gonna know me as Penulap.
Oh, that's right.
Penyulap.
Okay, Nick, do you have any username that you usually go by?
I really don't.
Okay, well then never mind. Gabe Bowser.
Skip Gay. Yeah, I'm Gay
Yeah,
Bowser.
that's Gabe.
That'll be my
Skip it,
username from
yeah,
the future is Gay Bowser.
Alright, anyway, Nick, Noah?
Nick Noah.
Yeah. Nick Nolte?
My name's Noah.
A fucking man's
I'm,
Nick really hard.
Absolutely.
I'm
Shit.
I'm a fucking bitch.
You said Jack.
Yeah, no, hey,
Yeah. Also, my name is Jeff. Now,
I
Jack.
had a chortle about it.
Oh yeah.
Jack, you tell your meme.
Oh, so
You might
you're
want to
going
get closer.
Yeah. Okay, so you're going back to like your hot tub story. So I'll go back that far. So when I was 10,
Oh no.
I like to fuck around a lot. I like to go outside without a shirt on and throw rocks and shit.
Wait, rocks what?
I like to go around and shit on. I throw rocks and shit.
Rocks and shit.
Sorry, that really got me.
Yeah.
Without a shirt on, that was
I like to go on and I know exactly what you mean though. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. So I used to fuck around outside a lot. And so one day, I was over and there's this field next to my neighbor's house. And so it had a lot of larger rocks. And I used to throw them around and I accidentally threw one at their house. It broke right through their daughter's windows. And I went to school with these people. And so there was just glass all in their room. I could hear it and then like they were screaming and I heard their dad come in and start screaming, what's going on? And I booked it out of there and I was home and I never told anyone about this ever again.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So that's the first time anyone's hearing this story ever.
Oh my god.
Whoa!
No one's heard it.
Deep
insane.
dark secret.
Yeah, he was like 5 houses away from me. Or she, yeah, sorry.
Good God. Oh my.
Oh no, we can't. Do it.
I can do what I fucking want.
That's
guys
fucking
are-
death grips. That's death grips. Come on.
I already did one, didn't I?
Yeah, you smoked enough
Keep death
tobacco.
grips. You should at least.
Dead
keep
Grips is a consistent theme.
Yeah.
We should
Amongst
keep,
like
we should
three
keep
of us.
we should keep talking about that medium. She scares me.
Oh.
All right, Hunter,
She scares me.
tell your story.
Okay, sorry.
Cunt.
Okay, so do you know, the time I got hexed or the time that
The
those-
meth one.
Okay,
Well, they were both
time
okay.
to tell the hex.
Whatever. Sure. Okay. So One time, I was going to UT Arlington, and I was alone, and I had no friends, so I was a weirdo. Well, I don't know what caused what in that correlation, in that chemical equation of my life. I don't know which came first, but either way, they were both true. I was a weirdo, and I didn't have friends. And instead of going and hanging out with people, when there wasn't Smash tournaments for me to try too hard at and usually win, I would be just biking around at around like 10, 11, 12 p.m. And, well, 12 a.m., I guess, technically. Anyway, nice. Yeah. But when I was biking around, I thought it was a big funny meme to take things from certain people's yards and then put it in other people's yards.
Oh, that's what Colin Kelly was doing.
Yeah, of course. That was when I was really good friends with Colin Kelly.
Yeah, that's
makes
when
sense.
we were tight.
Yeah.
That was before the merger.
Yeah, so like, yeah, I agree. Anyway, God, we're gonna have a wiki. We're gonna have a fucking wiki about ourselves. That's gonna fuck with me. It's just like events like the merger, the baboning. Oh God, that'll go to yes. Wow, the saga of Bab.
That'll be a whole other podcast.
We could do an entire episode on just Bab.
Oh shit, beach fuck.
Dude, no, that's a two-parter.
Well, I can't be there for that one then because I wasn't there.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that's like we would have to be like smoking cigarettes to tell that story, and we could do it in a maple room.
Oh, the maple room.
We could do maple room of an IHOP. Anyway, back to this.
Oh yeah.
Please, gentlemen, let's get our dicks back in our pants. One time, when I was biking around the suburban shithole neighborhoods of Arlington, Texas, a few years back, I was rearranging things in people's front lawns for a funny meme. I was walking in front of an apartment complex, and I happened upon a lawn chair, and then I grabbed it, and I was moving it to the other side of the building to put into front of somebody else's door, so that there would perhaps be a conflict later. I thought that was epic for the win. Also,
Of course.
yeah, and I was just gonna do a little whip nay nay and then go to bed, and I hope the audience grows to hate me. But so
As
yes.
have I.
Gross. Yeah.
There for
So
a second.
as I was walking with this lawn chair draped over myself, because it was a more comfortable way of carrying it than in front of me, I was walking peacefully about with my stolen lawn chair, and then I heard a whistling behind me. I heard like a you know, like one of those sort of memes. Yeah, behind me. And I was like, what the fuck? Whom keeps doing that? And I took out my headphones and I looked back, and there was just this guy who looked like he looked exactly like, you know, Ninja from Die Antwoord.
My ninja.
You know Die Antwoord? Come on! Oh,
Okay,
really?
that reference is lost. Continue.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. So he looked okay. If anybody here knows what I'm talking about, he looked exactly like Ninja from Die Antwoord. And he was like, "What are you doing?" And I was just like, "I'm moving a lawn chair." And he was like, "What? Why are you doing that?" And I was like, I don't know. Why not? It was, and I just said it was just right over there, in front of nobody's yard. I said like it was just sitting in like, you know, there's medians of grass between places, and it's like not in someone's yard. It's just like, especially with apartment complexes.
Yeah, it's just out there.
Yeah, it was like the no man's land of grass, and I was like, it's right there, and he was just like, oh really? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, I don't believe you. And I was like, fucking, like, that's weird. Here, dude, I'm not like a thief or anything. I just picked this up. It was a dumpster right over there. And or you know, I thought, hey, free lawn chair. And he was like, really? And then he grabbed someone else's lawn chair from in front of their apartment, and then moved it over and put it down. And then he said, like, are you sure you weren't trying to steal that? And I was like, yeah. And then I was like, here's my like student ID, because I was going to UT Arlington at the time. And he was like, okay, I believe you. Why don't you fucking pop a squat for a second? And I was like, okay. And then it like he dropped that whole like authoritarian sort of approach to the concept, and he just was like, yeah, man, you know, I was a DJ at a strip club in Reno for like 11 years, and And, one time I saw a guy leave a suitcase or briefcase by my podium thing on accident. I grabbed it and it was full of money. I was like, what? And then he was just like, yeah, man, I've been addicted to meth for years. And I'm like, just, what? And then at one point, I don't know why. I don't know if it was serendipity or the crackhead's code or something. Actually, it was right after he told me, right after like that little story. He was like, "Yeah, I'm the security here at this apartment complex," and I was like, "Okay, that's cool, dude." And he said, "Yeah, fucking," started water peopling it up,
Right.
and then shout out to Sleepycast, by the way, but. He's just being a water person, and then someone walked by who looked like my dad. This is not a joke. He looked like my dad, but except like more methy.
Yeah. Even more methy than that.
Fuck. He looked kind of like my dad, but like with different hair and like a big mustache. And I was like, which my dad sometimes has a mustache, but like it was just like. This guy, it was weird. It was a very surreal experience. He walks up and he's wearing like a leather jacket and he looks like he's like 58. And he's like, "Hey man." And he starts talking to the fucking apparent meth head that I'm sitting with, who happens to be the security at the apartment complex.
How did he get hired?
Yeah, that's my question, but whatever. Crackhead number 2, my dad, essentially asks him like, "Hey, is it cool if I go dig through that dumpster over there?" And then, as though it's a completely normal question to be asked as head of security, he says, "Yeah, man, go ahead. I saw a skateboard in there a bit ago." And this is all real. And then he was like, "Oh, sweet, dude." And he goes off and fucks off. And then I keep hearing, and then this guy, fucking my dad fucks off to go dig through the trash. And then, then the buddy of mine, I guess, apparently, is just this guy who's just here and just like telling me he's the head of security, and that I have to sit there. I guess I was under duress.
Well, he must have been head security if the guy asked him if he could.
Yeah.
He could
To dig through the trash.
dumpster.
Yeah, and I was just talking to him, and he started doing like the voice he did when he was he apparently did like a little meme voice when he was like a strip club.
Oh God.
Like DJ, like, "Man, look at this fucking shit," like that.
Jesus.
And he just started doing that at me, and I was just like, "Oh, this is
Fucking fever dream.
yeah,
This seemed like a good.
this was bizarre." And at the time I had my taser in my backpack.
Oh yeah, that fucking taser.
And
I
at the
forgot
same
about that.
time, you know what I had? Due to unrelated circumstances, because I bought it that day, I had in a postage box, I had a giant cleaver.
What?
I had a big fucking meat cleaver in my backpack, and a fucking stun gun. I had leather gloves on because I'd unlined like police search leather gloves. Because those are my gloves, and I was cold out. I looked like and a long sleeve black hoodie. I looked like I was going to murder somebody. So I was very stressed out. And at one point, my dad comes back from the dumpster, and he has like a longboard that's like broken in 2 pieces, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fucking glue it back together." And I was thinking like, what a water person. Holy shit. And I was just like astonished. But then they start talking to each other in some sort of hillbilly speak.
Yeah.
And there's some foreign tongue like that. And they get to that, like, he's like, "Yeah, I want to make some fucking money." My dad, essentially, like, I don't know if he was, propositioning, like, I could suck your penis for drugs or something. He was just saying, "I need money." And my friend, Mr. D, Ninja from D. Antwoord, he was like, "Well, there are a couple of licks right around the corner," and he's like, What do you mean, man?" And he said, "Oh, there's a fucking couple houses back there." And I was like, what is happening? And I was like, oh my god, he's a dirty cop. I was like, what? And
Licks.
yeah, and my dad and this guy look at me and I'm like, "You in?" And I was like, "I was in for what?" and then I'm just here, man. And I literally said just that. And then he was like, all right, let's go. And I was like, oh, God. I was worried if I said no and ran away, he'd have pulled out a gun and shot me. I do not know. But I was completely just theirs. I was putty in their hands. And I was,
You had no choice.
yes, and so I followed, and we went to a couple neighboring like houses and some of the apartments and shit, and we just stole bicycles. What? We just went house by house, three or four different instances.
All three of you, including the security guard?
We worked together to steal bicycles. Yes, we stole random people's bicycles for fuck all reason. And we just fucking nabbed people's perfect like bikes that people needed to get to places around town. We just stole those bicycles, and I think about it. It was a horrible.
Think about that every day it haunts you.
Yeah, no. I was yeah, we stole all those fucking bicycles, right? And sorry, I was checking if it was recording because for a second I'm really hot. I smoked a lot of tobacco. I was thinking maybe it wasn't. I was just fucked with. But anyway, so we're stealing bicycles, right? And then at one point they get a bicycle that's like fucked up and like doesn't have like a back wheel or something. And then they have another bike that's fucked up, so they try and transplant the wheels. And like it doesn't quite fit. It's not the right like
Is this what meth heads do?
size and like
Your dad and your security
my
guard.
dad and Ninja from D-Word were working together, and like and
I can live like Charlie.
I sat there with a yes.
I live like
And
Charlie.
I sat there with a flashlight, like on someone's phone, one of their phones. They had a smartphone for somehow.
Somehow.
And I sat there with the phone, pointed at them like a flashlight, and it was in like those cement enclosures for dumpsters because to like keep it good looking. Yeah, we were in one of those. They just crawled into this fucking dumpster hole and started fixing a bike and having issues because it was the wrong size of tire. And then they got frustrated, and then they were like, "Hold on, I think I might have like tools or something at this place." It says it says Ninja. Ninja says that, and then we were like, "What are you talking about, man?" And he says, "Check this out." And we're like, "Oh God." And that's when, because my dad asked him that question like that, my dad asked him that question so sincerely, I realized, oh my God, is this the first time these two gentlemen are meeting? Is this...
they just asked.
Is this... Are
They have the meth connection.
I was just like...
No,
Are all meth heads like a hive mind?
They just got it.
Yeah, they hit it off.
They just knew.
Wow. Holy shit.
Oh, you wait.
Gone
you
by.
No, pours himself in a drink.
Sake bomb.
Suck it! Oh shit, I'm getting more too, I guess. Oh shit.
Hey, you know what? No, Noah, do you want to do it? I think I know that you...
Pass it over, big boy.
Do you want it with Noah? I mean with Nick?
What?
With Nick?
Huh?
Me and have sex?
Did you- no, not have sex. The bowl of
yet.
sake.
The bowl.
Exchange a bowl of sake and become brothers.
Do you want to do that?
That's a very
Personal thing.
that's a very personal thing to become brothers over a cup of sake.
Maybe
But, like,
later.
Yeah,
you're not feeling it?
Yeah, Nick
Not
doesn't want
tonight.
to become brothers right now.
Not at the moment. I gotta prepare myself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a heavy thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm far too tobacco quacked.
I don't know. I feel as though that.
Okay, so those
So
people
continue,
just met.
Sorry.
Like, these
Oh my
guys.
God. Okay, sorry. We got totally sidetracked. So,
Drop this project.
So, these two gentlemen most likely have just met, and Ninja from D-Word is leading me and myself and this gentleman who looks like my father just across the apartment complex, saying, "Come to this place. It's a showroom. You can use it for whatever. You know, if you got a lady or
Oh God.
like." And then I thought, is this man homeless?
Taken to the water person cave.
Yeah, and I was, all right, if you want to, come do something, you need a safe place to come do something, like meth or something like that, is what he's implying. I got this place, like a hideout, and it was because apparently he really was the security for this apartment complex because he had keys to a perfect, walk-in showroom
This is
apartment.
the apartment.
Yeah. What? With there was furnished and decorated and it was the apartments
That's so ham.
and we what?
Sure.
We went in And as I was walking through the door, I said a couple things to myself, and I said, "Don't use your real name. Don't eat or drink anything. Don't take anything that's offered to you. Just that's the safe route." And at one point, I sat up at this like granite countertop bar, and it was fucking lovely. By the way, it was a really lovely place. It was like
Very lovely meth house.
but like, and it looked perfectly clean, and like everything was just pristine, and like a little showroom, and like there was like a color scheme of like a red, black, and white, and like it was really nice, and like soft lighting, and like good shit. I mean, it was really. It made me want to purchase that apartment, but what ended up happening was I sat at this like granite countertop bar, that was in this like first floor kitchen area, and the two individuals, my dad and Ninja, started talking, and they said, "Hey." My father, I think, was the one who said, "Hey, can I light up in here?" And Ninja replied, "Oh, of course, yeah, you got anything?" And they started mumbling between each other in some sort of water person speak.
Stop using that reference.
Water people?
Yeah.
I used it 5 times.
One, I don't get it, and two, it's a different podcast.
What? It's a vocab term. It's just a...
It's use a term. Oh, wow.
I apologize, Morty.
Use it lightly.
Okay, fine. So in their meth speak,
Yeah, there you go.
they mumbled and jumbled to each other, ekum bokum, boobity boom, boobity boom, and they ended up. One of them just pulled out like a meth pipe, like a with a little ball at the end, and then he started loading shit into it, like looked like broken up this thing, crystal.
Yeah.
For visual reference, I have a lot of crystals in my room, and I grabbed one of the crystals that are in my room. Anyway.
Continue.
Anyway.
Actually, no.
Yeah, it looked like...
No, he took out a crystal and started grinding it up or whatever?
Yes, crystal meth! And he started... and then he gestured to me, and he said, "You want some?" And I was just like... No. And he said, "What, you don't like ice?" And I was just like... And he said, "Speed?" Because I didn't say anything. And he was like, you know what it is, come on, you want it? And I was just like... No, I'm good right now. And
I just had a lot.
I had a big lunch. I'm good. And then he asked what my name was. And you know what happened?
Did you say your name was Thomas or something like
No.
that?
It was not. I did not say Jeff. I was shit up. But you know what I said? I had been playing a lot of Mortal Kombat X at the time.
Oh.
I was really good at Mortal Kombat X at the time. Which, by the way, let's play some fighting games in a few minutes here. That could be fun.
Sure.
But I said my name's Aaron Black, which is a character in Mortal Kombat X.
No.
Yes!
Yeah, it's a fucking character in Mortal Kombat. Yeah, like one of the guys
Hey,
knows.
asshole! That's a fucking
Hey,
character.
nice fake name, okay?
One of the two.
All meth heads play Mortal Kombat X. Didn't you know?
They just sit around and fucking...
You smoke meth and play Mortal Kombat X.
No, they didn't question it. But and then one of them, my dad. I remember he says, "Hey, I got a really good score going on," to fucking Ninja, and he says, "What are you talking about?" And my dad pulls out like a little coin purse, essentially, like a little like leather pouch, and he dumps the contents out on the table, and it's just like a lot of gold jewelry and diamonds and things like that. And I'm just and I'm just like, what is happening, thief? And I was like, what is this? And he said, "Yeah, I clean out the he was like, sometimes I go by the car wash and I clean out the vacuum cleaner." And I find all kinds of shit in there.
Oh my god.
And the gutters outside of jewelry stores. And I was like, wow, this guy.
You met a legend.
That guy's ham.
He's a criminal.
I would
He's a stereotypical criminal.
Yes,
him
Constantly committing crimes.
he's a bottom of the barrel human.
He's got like black and white stripes and he like creeps around like a...
He was wearing a black and red jacket.
He's a cat burglar.
Hunter, you know where you'd see this guy?
Where?
At a fucking buffet.
Yes!
Or like a Walmart at 1 a.m.
Absolutely. That's definitely like...
That's a Walmart 2 a.m.
That's a buffet kind of guy.
essential Walmart 2 in the morning core. That's exactly
Yes! What a horrible man! God, he digs the jewelry out of vacuum cleaners! Jesus Jesus! Okay.
God.
He's a maniac.
Yeah, he's a menace. Okay. So he tells me he does that, and I'm like, holy shit, guy. And then right after that, there's a knock at the door, and I say to myself, oh no, but actually, right before that, Mr. Ninja, he offered me a soda, and I said no chance, no way.
Call.
And then there was a brap at the door, and I was like, oh no, is it the police? and I said, my goose is cooked.
There's a cleaver in your bag and a
Yeah,
fucking...
Yeah, a fucking stun gun. You were in a good position.
I am donezo. I am absolutely filibustered. there's no getting out of this.
Been compromised.
I've been compromised.
Yeah, your life's been vetoed.
Yeah.
Right, your life's been vetoed.
And I was just like,
He was about to put the kibosh on your life.
and I was just like, all right, here it goes. And then the door opens because Ninja runs to the door and opens it, and it's like it's like an old Native American woman, and she looks like she's like in mom jeans and like 2005 clothes, and she's like has her hands on her hips, and she just says, "You've really done it now," and like angrily and pointedly at Ninja, and I'm like, oh, what? And then she fucking runs away, and he runs out like, oh, come on, like, you know, come on, don't fucking do this, and they start yelling at each other outside, and I'm just like, oh boy, I gotta.
You need to leave right now.
I got a
You
blast.
skedaddle.
Yeah, and like. And they had their little argument, and then he came in, and he was like, yeah, sorry, wife troubles.
The security guard's Native American wife.
Was she mad at him for like smoking meth
I
or
don't
something?
know! I don't know what she was mad about! There could have been a litany of things. And then we left.
Probably.
And then we fucking left. And then, we got a certain distance with the bike. Because we were just like going, I don't know, I forget what our destination was, but we were just going. We left that bullshit fake apartment, and we were pedaling that little bike, and they were talking about, like, hey, let's start a pedicab. Because they were on meth now, for sure, because they smoked it in front of me. And I was like, this is...
Cab?
Yeah, pedicab.
What's that?
Like, like in Austin, where it's like a little bicycle, like a man.
Like a dude just like
Bicycle.
yeah,
Yeah,
with
with
like
like
a bike and
with like a
bicycles
chariot or
people
whatever.
around.
I hear you.
And then he started suggesting, hey, I know there's an ATM in the school, but a block that way. You know, one person with a car, one person with a chainsaw and a backpack, and then you're good. And we split 3 ways. We don't ever talk about it again. Don't ever, you know.
Jesus Christ.
First you steal bicycles.
And then and I was just
And they
like,
plan on robbing an ATM. Holy fuck.
and I was just like, and then the fucking Ninja said, hold on, I gotta go back for something. I forgot something. And then he fucks off out of distance. He walks back. We'd walked far enough that he leaves our field of vision. Then he's gone for like 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. And we're just standing there, me and my dad. And my dad says, hey, he's been gone for a while. I'm gonna go, like, see what's up. And I was just like, you do that. And then he turned around and he walked away. And when he got out of field of vision, I just turned around and I sprinted away. I absolutely sprinted away for safety. And I just fucked off. And there was a bicycle just left in the middle, a stolen bicycle upside down in a parking lot. And I ran away, and I went into my, like...
You took one of those stolen bikes to get away?
No!
Oh, that'd be ham.
No, that'd be slightly ham, but I just ran, because, like, my dorm was close enough. It wasn't Mortal Kombat X, by the way. It wasn't Aaron Black. I was wrong. I thought it was Aaron Black, because I thought about that. It was Mortal Kombat, because that would have messed up the timeline. I played Mortal Kombat 9 at that time. For the Xbox 360.
Oh yeah, and who was your fake voice?
My fake name was Johnny Cage, actually.
I know that one.
All right,
I just said my name was Jonathan Cage.
all right. I
I have to
think
piss again.
I'm tired of hearing your voice, so it's my turn, right?
Yeah, no, that's the end of the story. Please tell me.
yeah.
Oh wait, well Nick's pissing, so
BRB,
we'll
shoot.
Okay, well then. Okay.
Oh, Nick's putting
also,
out pee-pee?
I think-
All right.
Putting it out.
used to live in California. And I lived there from when I was like 5 till I was about 8 or 9. I don't really remember the years. But I lived there for a while. And my family had some friends. They went to some church. I don't really remember what it was called. Anyways, doesn't matter. They went to a church, and they had friends from this church that they hung out with, they got drunk with, you know. Let's do a barbecue tonight. Let's hang out at my house. And, like, the whole family would get together and, like, they had a daughter who was, like, 8 years old. And there was me, and, you know, I was really the only one who ever did the dinner night out meme. Well, anyways, there was one night where they were like, oh, let's go in our hot tub. They had one of those, like, above-ground hot tubs. You know what I'm talking about? Where, like we don't really want to, like, pay for people to come and, like, dig a hole in our backyard and, like, do that whole making the hot tub thing. But we want a hot tub. So, and they were rich enough. So we'd always do, like, little night outs with the family. And there was one night out where we were all in the hot tub. It was the whole family. And the jets were really, really, like, hard. And, like, I was like, wow, this is so ham. And for some reason, I was like, you know, that'd probably feel good on my anus. So I just started moving my body up, and I just placed my anus on one of the jets. I just got sodomized by a jet of rock hard water at the age of, like, 8 years old. I was so young, and I just sat there, just took it up my ass. And it felt really good, and I'm ashamed of it. I'm ashamed to tell this story, honestly. It felt so good. And like, I finished, I was like, okay, well, that was cool. I guess my, like, 8-year-old prostate was tickled, and I enjoyed it, like, a lot, and whatever. I was like, oh, that was cool, but I'm done with this whole enema meme. So I went back into the house, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go exploring. Because I was a little 8-year-old kid, I just felt like exploring their house. So I went to the upstairs, and I was, like, supposed to be changing out of my costume, it's Halloween season, my swim trunks. And I was in a part of the house, and it was a big house. They were rich, you know, and it was a big house. And I was, like, in, like, some random room I shouldn't have been. It's like a trophy room or something, like, from Luigi's Mansion. It was like, and I went in there, and I was like, oh, cool. And I was looking around. I was, like, amazed by this room. I was like, what the fart? So I just let a fat one rip, but it wasn't a fart. This is a bunch of water. Just shitty water. Just disgusting shitty water just pouring down my leg. All over their new carpet that they just put in. They just put in new carpet. And I start shitting everywhere. In my swim trunks. And I just scream, Mommy! Oh my God. And she comes upstairs and she's like, oh my God. Why didn't you? She's like, what have you done? I can't believe this came out of me. Like... What? And then I just start crying. I'm like, I knew I messed up. I would have just run. Why didn't you just run to, like, the bathroom and clean up? I couldn't think. I just knew.
Petrified with
I was petrified, like fucking Hermione Granger from book 2 from Harry Potter. Shit was all over the ground. A puddle. Yeah, thank you for the reference drop. But, like, there's a puddle of just shit all over the ground. It stinks. It's horrid, and I just scream for my mom. They're probably downstairs drinking wine, trying to have a good time, trying to enjoy their years.
Little did they know.
And they're in their mid-40s, and I just scream for them, and they come upstairs like, oh my God. And my dad's like, and my mom brings me to the bathroom, and Dr. Jeff. I'm still young enough to where, like, my mom can be in the room when I'm taking a shit or, like, showering or something. So, like, she talks me through everything. She's like, it's okay. And I'm just crying my eyes out, and just shit is just falling from my ass. Like a runny diarrhea shit, like a waterfall. And then
what you get for being gay. It's a sin.
And
this is God taking his revenge on you.
And I finish I finished shitting, and, like, the family's really nice. Like, no, it's no problem. The family that we were visiting at the time, it's no problem. And they didn't invite us back to their house for a month after that. They're like, that shit kid's gonna shit all over our carpet. And our new carpet. And then we came back, like, a month later, and they're ready to, like, you know, welcome us back with open arms. And we get there, and they have all brand new carpet. Completely brand new carpet. because I shit all over their old carpet and stained it, and they had to get new carpet. Anyways, that was that horrible story.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, and then I shit on it again.
And then I just put my anus right back on that hot tub jet and did it on purpose this time. Shit all over their floor. And it became a recurring trend for years.
Fuck these guys.
They kept bringing you back unexpecting.
You're like, no way that's gonna happen again.
Yeah, that was insane.
I can't believe that happened in my lifetime.
There's no chance he's gonna pull the same prank.
What a prank.
What epic.
This is fun for sure, but I think we should probably start with some introductions.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Just in case, this makes it to anyone who doesn't know who we are.
That'd be so unfortunate.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that would be sad.
What kind of person would be like, oh, okay, yeah, these randos. I'm gonna listen to them talk for like
who have no bearing on anything and have no credentials.
They have they have nothing to say.
Yeah, I think we can all agree that there's pretty much no way this is getting anywhere. But
we're gonna send it to people. Yeah.
But for sure, at least our friends who don't know who everybody in the room is.
Anyway, because we gotta associate our voice with a person, because listening here, people who's gonna know who Evan is,
Yeah, no one knows Evan.
Like his voice.
I hate Evan.
Yeah.
All right, let's get right into this.
I hate Evan. All right.
So I guess since I started talking first, I'll say my name first. I'm Noah. My name's Jeff. No, that'll be confusing. My name's Noah.
I feel like 2 years from now, no one knows what the fuck that means. And then...
his name is Jeff.
But yeah, I was.
Okay.
After he already said my name is Noah. He already said my name is Noah. And then he said my name
People
is
have
Jeff.
two names.
He said his name is Noah. Now he says his name's Jeff. His name's Jeff now.
Now, who would be confused?
Everybody in the room said my name.
Yeah.
So they're Jeff.
All right. Let's just assume.
Hey, fuck you, Noah.
Okay.
All right.
Well, everyone's name here is Jeff.
Fuck you.
Except for me, I'm Noah.
No. Okay.
That's not true.
I'm Noah.
That's yes.
Yeah, that's not true. That's not your name.
That's not
That's not your name. Yeah.
This is not. All right. This is.
You're Jack.
This is going poorly.
Yeah, no.
I was in the first one.
A poor start.
I was in the first one.
Very poor
So you might recognize my voice.
All right. We got enough.
Let's organize. All right. My name's Jack. This is what my voice sounds like.
Nice organizing.
Yeah. Yeah, just fucking taking charge. My name's Jack. Yeah.
Evan, go ahead.
Oh,
Go ahead.
my name is Evan.
Okay.
And
Go ahead.
I need a bombastic personality with this. Come on.
Yeah, what the hell?
Oh, yeah.
I know your-
This is the
your
hard-hitting
voice.
podcasting that people are here for.
All right, sorry.
my voice changes all the time.
You suck.
Even when during one word, it'll change. So,
Yeah, when your voice cracks.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So I'm here. I probably won't talk much.
Yeah, my name is Travis,
Yeah, thank you, Travis.
and all you need to know about me is that I'm better than Evan. First of
Thank
all.
you.
Why is everybody?
And-
Why?
And second of all, I forgot what I was gonna say. Rebecca.
Oh yeah, look at you, big shot.
Evan is a
Big
dude.
Jam.
Oh,
I'm Rebecca,
Yeah.
and I'm not better than Evan.
you're
not Travis, I need to express this with you as well as a witness
Yeah.
to this crime.
Let's have this little moment.
Yeah.
I experienced trauma, and that was when I went camping with Travis and Madeline. And
Oh
Rebecca.
gosh, yeah, this is a story. Yeah,
And we
this
were
is a-
in the tent, and we were having a good time. And then then Rebecca and Madeline, they began very, very heavily pressuring Travis and I
Not pressuring.
to
That
pull
sounds
out
so intense.
to pull out our penises
No.
and touch them
It was
to
all
each
in-
other.
It was all in good fun.
It was like
It did not getting
Okay, wait a second.
Yeah,
I picked up a
room is-
weird vibe
Yeah.
when you kept on like I picked up a weird vibe about the camping trip.
Yeah.
I did like something weird sexual was gonna happen. Like that's literally what I was thinking. And now that I've heard that,
Yeah.
I
just got a weird vibe. I was like, something weird's going on.
Your weird sexual nonsense, sense is going on.
like she will argue now that it was fun and games, but they were like
No.
They were going.
they were like why won't you do it, huh? Like what?
Yeah, they were getting mad. They were like, and then
Are you like homophobic or like?
yeah, and then they started like it was me,
It was
and
a facade.
I kept saying, I do not consent, and they said, oh my God, Hunter, you're taking it too seriously.
Okay, you know what? I'm on Rebecca's side. Why don't you guys just touch penises?
Because I did not consent.
No.
I did not want
But
to.
that's true, and I said I would not make you drink weed.
Yes, I know, but you still ridiculed me for saying I do not consent.
Let the record show that I would have reluctantly done it.
Yeah, you would have.
Yeah,
you
let
did
the-
confess that.
Let the record show, I did not.
But Hunter didn't want to, and
I didn't, because I didn't want to.
But Rebecca was not okay with that. That was not an acceptable
No,
option.
I think Madeline was, but I was.
Maybe.
Would you do that? Like, would you do something equivalent, like to Madeline? Like, is that what you're trying
We
to
didn't think about that. It
Yeah, well,
was-
flip it on that side.
Oh.
Think about it. It's like really.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
See?
No, we brought that up. We were like, what if Travis and I were just suddenly like, hey, Madeline, you and Rebecca should scissor.
Okay.
just scissor for us.
You asked
Yeah.
rub penis.
You said to make them kiss.
All right, just
You said to make them kiss.
just scissor, but for like 1 second.
Yeah,
and then-
just
just like exactly.
Like,
Yeah, just
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we wouldn't have been big pussies, and maybe. maybe.
oh
Yeah.
wow.
Maybe these
You know
things
what?
would have gotten off.
We told you. We said that.
But the difference is we never even would have tried because
because we're not.
Because
Because
I
we're
don't think
not
we would have took offense to it.
indecent.
Just because you're.
look, it wasn't.
There's
we
moral
didn't even.
degradation.
We didn't even take offense to it. It wasn't like it wasn't the question, you know.
That was
No,
awful.
of course not.
It wasn't the question that offended us. It was just the way.
It was the fervor.
It was the fervor.
It was the fear in my heart that I was going to be made to touch penises with my friend Travis.
Okay, literally, I think we joked for it for a second, saying like, "Oh, y'all should do it." But it just got funny to make it seem like we really wanted y'all to do it.
And then we got
I
arrested.
don't really care.
Yeah, then the cops showed up.
Yeah, then the cops showed up, and we did
Why did
rib
the
time.
cops show
Which, by the way, for anybody that doesn't know what rib time is,
It's podcast.
Rib time.
Rib time, good time.
Go away.
Yeah, I mean, like.
Oh, Jack doesn't
Hey, Travis,
know.
tell us.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So we get to the camping ground, and we're ready to have a good time, camp, enjoy ourselves. And there was a very strict no campfire policy that
In
we
the
just.
primitive area.
Yeah, in this primitive camping area that we were in, but we decided. Well, I was probably the most reluctant. I would like to say I was like, I don't know if we should do this, but everyone else was like, but I ended up giving in. I'll admit.
It's
I was
true,
like,
Travis
hey,
was the most reluctant, though. Fuck you for bringing that up.
I was. I just had to,
That you're the most reluctant. Yeah, like.
But I did give in, so hey, responsibilities on all of us, I'll say. But so we started a fire, had a good time, and no one was around us at this time. Like we thought we were going to be the only ones there that whole night. Yeah, and
Water people.
And then so we finally put the fire away, but we didn't do a great job. We didn't there was still a little smoke coming up, which was probably the reason why this ended so poorly. But basically, we were in our tent. Much later, like hours later, when people started showing up, and it was weird. It was like midnight, and people started showing up.
This late night hiking shit. What the fuck?
And being loud and annoying, and we're sitting in the tent.
Does anybody know any boomers that do that? Is that something they do for fun? Is that like a water people activity?
Yeah.
Night hiking? What the fuck? There was a bunch of fucking water people out there doing that shit. Did we?
It sounds like a way to fucking roll your ankle.
You recently, I agree, but they had headlamps on and ski things.
Yeah.
They got safety on their mind.
Hey, you listened to Quackcast episode 1 recently. recently. Did we explain what water people are?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good on water
Thank
people.
God, thank God.
Yeah, we don't need to go back to water people. You talked about water people like 20 times in that episode.
Really?
You could not stop talking about water people.
I hate them.
You know, they're
But hey, there were a lot of water people
Okay,
at
so
this
anyways,
campsite.
there was water people showed up.
Yeah. So we were all, we were in the tent. We were trying to be annoying to all these people who were like being loud around us.
Yes, we were like yelling
making a lot of noise and stuff. And then suddenly, like, we were making a lot of noise doing rib time,
Yeah, rib time. Yeah, slapping our ribs.
And a police officer comes up to the tent and just like says, "Hey, like state park police, like get out of the tent." And like before we even had a chance to react, Madeline just says, "Go away," because she just thought like it was some random person. And so then we ended up going outside. Gosh, and then and then Hunter, like you can tell the rest of this because this is when you started.
No, yeah, I guess this is where I took the stage. I was in my underwear and I said, "Hold on."
Yeah, we were all wearing like no clothes.
I'm not coming out. I'm in my underwear. And then he said, "Well, put some pants on." And I said, "I can't find my pants." And he said, "We'll find them." And I said, "Okay, sir." And then he said, "Who here started the fire?" And then my immediate response was, "What fire?" And then everybody else was a fucking narc. And, it was like, and Madeline said we all did it. Can you fucking believe that? Madeline said we all did it. And Rebecca was like, "Oh yeah, that was us." And Travis was like, "Yeah, the fire." And then the police officer even said, "I like the guy with no pants that said what fire." He said that.
Yeah.
He said, "I like the guy with no pants on saying what fire." That was funny. He liked that. And I came out and I asked his name. He's Officer Cumsby.
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever. Officer
It was
Questy.
something like that.
Officer Questy or something. And I was in my fucking boots and pants. And he said we all did the fire. I kept asking his name because he like wouldn't say it right clearly. I tried to shake his hand and he got fucked with. He was like, "I don't shake hands at night." And I was like, what kind of weird rule is that? What? And I was like, "Okay, sorry, man. I apologize. I didn't mean to come off as shitty. I actually didn't intend to come off as sarcastic at the start. He just was such a dickhead." And I'm like,
he eventually told us that he was wearing a body cam, but not initially. Only when
after a little bit, he told us he was wearing a body cam. But like he led us to his truck. He sat us in front of his truck. He walked us up to the door of his truck, and he had us answer questions. And I stared into his truck, and I was like, "Hey, man, you like your job?" and he didn't like that. And I asked him. And there was a sniper rifle in the back of his car with like a shotgun and like a big other like rifle. And he said, "Yeah, well, you got a big sniper rifle in there, man." And he said, "That was a duty weapon." And I said, "You ever use it?" And he said, "No." And I said, "You ever think about using it?" And then he said,
"Gosh, you're instigating."
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, and then
scary.
Yeah, and then he said, keep the questions to a minimum." And I said, "Okay." And then
and all the while we're sitting in front of his truck with the light, like the headlights are shining into our eyes, and these water people are walking by us like, "Oh, you started a campfire," like laughing at us. It was so bad.
$126.
What the?
Yeah, it was
$126.
$126. There you go.
Fuck that. If the police are listening, fuck you.
Yeah, but actually, seriously, fuck the police. Seriously, fuck the police. Absolutely.
Can we all agree?
Yes.
I mean, you shouldn't start fires in areas where people
No, you 100%.
$126.
Seriously, please don't do that.
Yeah, no, absolutely
It's not a
don't.
good idea.
Absolutely don't do that. But
we were very
unrelated to that, fuck the police.
Yeah, totally, 100%.
Morally speaking, I 100% agree with the police officer. Yeah,
I mean, fuck the police.
On that occasion.
Yeah, I would say he was a dickhead. He was a dickhead in the way he went about it, and the fact that he was doing something that was technically right and correct. I wanted to go into the actual interaction being like, "All right, you got me. I did something."
Hey, I don't shake hands at night.
Yeah, and
but he doesn't shake hands at night.
But I asked him his name.
It's just a rock.
I asked him his name, and he was like Officer something, and I was like, "What about you? Got a first name?" And he's like, "I'm not going to tell you my first name, sir." And I said, "You're from around here?" He said, "I'm not going to tell you where I'm from." And I was like, "Okay." So, I'm
gonna hunt you down after this.
Yeah, at a certain point, his like, what the fuck? And he in his car, he had binoculars, and I was like, "What are binoculars for?" And he said, "They're part of the job." And I saw he had like these like snack packs in his car door, and I said, "Are those part of the job too?" And he looked, and then he just and he kept writing.
My duty.
He liked that. He liked the snack pack meme.
Yeah, and then he handed me the ticket, and he said, he said, if you call this number, he'll explain it the rest to you. And I said, like, okay, so you call this number when can I call it? And he said, from 10 a.m. to 2. And I said, what if all four of us call it at the same time? Does something different happen? Something. And he said,
is that like a cheat?
Can we input cheat? If we all four call it at the same time. Yeah, he did it. Yeah, and that was the last thing I said. I'm sorry. I'm excuse me. And I walked away. Absolutely. God, because fuck, man.
I mean, we all hated it at the time, but looking back, it was funny.
It was silly. Yeah, it was very funny. It was very funny. Yeah, and then the second day at the fucking, it was awesome.
We had a great time.